welcome back to the Entertainment Vortex and our episode of Pop Culture News this week, where we cover all things Funko Pop. There is not a whole lot coming out that was announced this week, but there's some really awesome ones that were announced this week. This first one definitely falls in this category. So the first one we're going to talk about is Star Wars movie moments. These are amazing. I can't express how excited I am about these. So they are literally scenes from the movie, as you can see on your screen, that are like captured in time. Like there's the Greedo at the cantina, there's Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fighting, there's them in the garbage chute. I mean, these are awesome. I mean, they're little frozen moments of Star Wars history. And I know that they had released one already that was a Walgreens exclusive. It was the first one they did. That was Vader and Luke fighting in the climactic battle. I'm so glad they're doing more of these. I mean, I hope that they move into other film franchises. I'd love to see some Back to the Future ones. I want to see more than just these. Maybe some superhero ones. Totally cool. I'd love all of that. I am going to be getting every single one of these. How about you?
I definitely want to get every single one of these. The Han and Greedo is definitely the highlight for me, but like I said, I could see myself, hunting out, trying to spend every last dollar to get these. And Nick makes a great point. Having different franchises, like I can see so many things, like even things that may be a little more outside of the box. I'm thinking like the diner scene from Pulp Fiction. Like there are some really cool movie moments where it's just one person and another that you could really do justice with this kind of a pop style. But I want all of these.
One of the greatest things about these is they come out in like a week. They come out on November 18th of this year. So we're not even going to wait that long for these. They are Walmart exclusives though, so they might be a little tricky to get. But I'm definitely going to put the effort in to hunt these down.
So next up on the list, we have a ride of Stitch. It's called The Red One. He's going to be in a red spaceship. This is going to be a box lunch exclusive. Looks amazing. I love Lilo and Stitch. Stitch is a great character, and they definitely are taking advantage of a very popular property with Disney.
I'm personally looking at picking this one up. I don't get a lot of the rides, but this one kind of scratches an itch for me. I really dig it. I like the way it looks. I like the way Stitch looks in it. He looks fantastic. So I'm going to look to pick this one up. Plus, we just got a box lunch local to us, and the store is great. They got a giant wall of pops in the back, and they always seem to have something new and exciting. So I'm looking forward to trying to hunt this one down. So next up on the list are Black Panther Pops. Now, I knew these were coming. I mean, it's a huge movie coming out in February, so I knew they were going to make pops for this. They look awesome. I mean, they look like they have real detail to them. Now, until I actually see the movie, I don't know if I'm going to pick these up. It really is an association. I wasn't really into this character in the comic books, so I don't have like a fanboy part of me for this specific topic yet. But looking at the trailers, I have a feeling that after the movie's done, I'm probably going to be a fanboy because it looks really good. So these are actually slated to come out in January of next year, so about a month before the movie drops. So what about you?
I definitely love all of the sculpts for these. There are a few that I'll probably pick up even before seeing the movie, but there's definitely going to be that, once things kind of get a little bit closer and the movie comes out and we actually get to see it, I'll be really excited to pick a few of these up, that's for sure. But when it comes to stuff like this, like you said, it was definitely something that you expected coming up, just with how big Marvel is with Pops and also how big this movie's going to be, with the final few set pieces before we get to Infinity War. So the next one we have coming up on the list is going to be another January release for next year. This is going to be the Buffy the Vampire Slayer group of Pops. They've been kind of talking about these for a little while, but they just, officially announced that these are going to happen. Not a super huge Buffy fan myself, but I know a lot of very big, diehard Buffy fans. So I imagine that there'll be some even in my household. I haven't really given the show probably its due, being one of the early works of Joss Whedon. I think it might be one of those things now that I'm adult, I might give it a revisit.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick these up myself. I never really got into Buffy personally, but I do know that these are going to be popular, like you said. I mean, this was a huge show for its run. I know that the first thing it makes me want is more Firefly Pops, and I just want Firefly Pops because I think Joss Whedon, which is Buffy, and I just want to bridge that gap and go to the show that I associate him with, and that would be awesome. So next up on the list is also coming out in January of next year, and it's going to be Rocks Series 3. So Pop Rocks is technically what they call it. It is, rock stars You've got lead singer of Grateful Dead, you've got 3 Elton Johns, and you've got 3 Kurt Cobains. Now, these are really cool. Some of them are exclusives. I didn't see any chases in there. It really captures these personas. I mean, the Kurt Cobain one, it's got him in the green sweater that everybody knows. It's got him in a pullover. I mean, you see the way you picture him in your mind, those iconic moments. Elton John, you got the crazy glasses and the over-the-top outfits. One of them is even a glitter exclusive where he's like fully glittered out. I mean, it just makes perfect sense. These are the kind of pops that you can totally just have sitting outside the box and know exactly who they are. It's really well sculpted and designed. I don't know if I'm going to pick these up. A couple of the Elton John ones I think are really cool. The glitter one I think is fantastic. I'm going to see if I can track that one down. But being as I was never really huge into Nirvana when I was younger, probably not going to pick that up, and I wasn't really a big Grateful Dead fan either. Appreciate what they accomplished, appreciate their music, but wasn't really my thing. So what about you?
Grateful Dead. I can take it or leave it, not that big of a deal. Nirvana is a huge part of my childhood. I grew up in the 90s, so that kind of music was stuff that helped kind of mold me and my taste in music. I will pick up every single one of those Kurt Cobain pops. It's so well detailed down to the different guitars that he used, different set pieces from bigger parts of their arc as a band. The Elton John ones are also very cool. Like I said, if I could run across that glitter one, I'll probably pick it up as well. But the Kurt Cobain ones are a must-have for me.
I especially want to get the Elton John ones after the second Kingsman movie. I just have even more respect and more adoration for that guy after watching that movie. He was hilarious in that movie. But I've always been a fan of his music as well. So definitely excited about those. So when it comes to our hauls, so what we got in the last week, I actually got a number of things in the last week. I picked up the final pieces from my Blade Runner 2049 set. I don't have the Chase yet, but I have the common set as you can see on screen. I also picked up 3 of the Seraph of the End ones. The funny thing about that show is I had never watched that anime until I kept seeing the pups. And I'm like, that looks really cool. Like, what is this? I looked up the anime and it was really cool. I super enjoyed it. So now I find myself going back and trying to find the pups. So that's an example of the pops making me a fan, not being a fan and seeking out the pops, which is kind of backwards, but I like it.
So I have a couple things that I brought with me, a few new pickups as well. All right, so first up I have a box lunch exclusive flocked Grinch from the animated movie. That was a big part of my childhood. I actually picked this up for my wife, but I decided that I wanted to bring it in and show it off. I think that it's really cool, and like I said, the flocked series are always a big highlight. Oh, and we are filming on green screen as far as our set, so this might look a little weird, but it looks normal in person. And then after seeing Thor Ragnarok, I knew that once I saw that this pop existed that I was going to want to get it, just especially considering I was a huge fan of the Planet Hulk and World War Hulk arcs. So having him in the Gladiator armor was a big deal. I had to have this, and I found it today. I was super excited about it. I was like, I don't care what else I get. I'm really excited about this one, and it's a beautiful sculpt. The last one that I picked up was Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. When seeing this movie, I really enjoyed Michael Keaton's performance, and on top of that, the armor and everything just looks so amazing. They did a great job of really taking that character and bringing them into that MCU style that everybody loves and knows. I love this pop, and I was really glad to find it, and I'm glad to have it.
It's an amazing sculpt. That one has an amazing sculpt. So I'm curious to know, what did you get this week? This last week, I'm sure you guys picked up some pops out there in the audience. Let us know in the comment section below what you found. Did you pick up any of your grails? I'd like to be excited with you about it. That'd be cool. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I definitely suggest doing that. We post these pop videos every week, as well as a movie review for the newest release. And we have fan films and other surprises coming out really soon as well. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the PC Gaming Vortex, which is our gaming channel. We're getting really close to the relaunch of that channel, and there's going to be a flood of new content, and some of it is absolutely hilarious and different than what we've done in the past. So definitely check that out. So we hope you'll follow us into the Vortex. We'll see you next time.